Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I know some people out there had their hopes pinned on this one thing. And unfortunately, that thing is gone. That's right. April 21st was the final day of the extension of the emergency order declaration in the United States, saying that there is an emergency going on. And that's been in effect since, last year, early in the March time zone. It keeps getting extended 90 days, 90 days, 90 days. This time it was set to expire on April 21st. And had that expired, we would be able to cruise because that's part of the condition in the framework for sailing, that the conditional sail order disappears if there is no emergency anymore. However, it was re-signed and it was reinstituted for another 90 days. So if we're looking at it right now, the amount of people who are vaccinated in the United States is approaching 200 million doses given out, which is approximately 130 million people actually vaccinated to both doses as well. So in the United States, you guys are sticking to that 3-week and 4-week timeline for your vaccinations, which is the way you're supposed to do it. Manufacturers recommend it, but I digress. Here in Canada, we decided 4 months is a good idea. So yeah, you guys are doing it properly in the United States. That being said, by the time the 3 months comes up, when the next order is set to be renewed, pretty much every American will have been fully vaccinated who wants to be vaccinated and who signs up to be vaccinated. Right now, the mortality rate and the hospitalizations has leveled and dropped. There are case counts going up slightly. It's gone from around 55,000 to around 70,000. But your hospitalizations, mortality rate has not climbed with it. It's not keeping pace. It's still dropping, which is the whole point of the vaccine. Correct me if I'm wrong, the whole point of the lockdown order was to save lives, not to keep people from getting flu-like symptoms, right? And the vaccines, what they do is you can get sick, but you're not going to end up in the ICU. You're not going to end up in the hospitalization scenario. You're just going to feel badly for a few days like you do when you catch the flu. So that's the point of the vaccine. If you're looking at only cases and saying we're not going to end the emergency until cases go down, then the cases, the emergency order may never end, because that would be like saying every year that we're going to lock down the country, we're going to restrict openings, we're not going to do everything, as long as there's a lot of cases of the flu. At some point, you got to take both as the same thing. If it's not causing a high mortality rate or a hospitalization rate, that's when the emergency rate will end. And I kind of think the next date, I believe it's the 20th of July, will be the next one it's due to go. I think you're going to see it drop on that day. Unfortunately for the cruise lines in the United States, that's too late. That's too late for them to save any kind of summer. And I am predicting that this week you are going to see all of Alaska canceled probably by Friday, or very, very latest the following week, because there's been no movement from the CDC so far. And then I predict you're going to see a lot more redeployment, where the fleets are going to be going everywhere, including the one fleet that has been steadfast saying they want to sail only from the U.S., and that's Carnival. I have a feeling you're going to start seeing Carnival Cruise Line going, we can't wait any longer. We just can't wait any longer. And you're going to hear announcements within the next 2 weeks of Carnival going elsewhere as well. It's not a great time in cruising in the United States. The good news is you can fly to the Caribbean and you can get on a cruise. And you can then fly back. I guess that's safer than just leaving from a cruise in Miami somehow. I guess that's safe because you don't have to quarantine when you come back from the cruise. You don't have to get tested when you come back from the cruise, as long as you've been vaccinated. So I guess that's safe, everybody. But at least you guys can do that. I don't know what's going on here in Canada. The UK is about to open up and has designations of the red, yellow, green, that some countries are going to be green. I imagine the United States will be green, that you can cruise over there. You can fly over to the UK and take one of their international cruises if you're from one of the countries that's green. Well, Canada is so far in the red that it will take the end of this year before we leave there. So I have no idea the cruising possibilities for myself unless I just decide to leave and don't come back to my country for 4 or 5 months. And who knows, that may happen by the time all this is said and done. But yeah, the emergency order is still in place. I'm hoping, and I think we have a much stronger case that it will end on July 20th. I'm predicting that right now. You heard it here today. I actually predicted that for about a month now, that's when it's going to end, and it wouldn't end right now because the case counts right now, they're still rolling out the vaccines. But by July, that will be done. And so hopefully we can at least start to schedule cruises again for the fall. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.